Do you find that do you find that integration is a hard thing, making changes in behavior? Are there
Uh,
practical steps? Do you find that there's an area of people's, I guess, business psyche? Let's just take that for now. And I realize it does bleed over into everything you do personally as well.
mhm.
But is there a more vulnerable or fragile area of a business psyche that you find is harder to change?
Well, you actually used my word in your question, which was vulnerability. I think
Okay.
I think embracing vulnerability is scary. And I could go all Brené Brown on you, but just everybody should just listen to Brené Brown because she's brilliant, and I would
Right.
not do a lot of her work justice by trying to quote her directly or indirectly. But integrating your vulnerable as well as your strong self is important, and there's some really practical ways to do it. One is that you acknowledge what you don't know. Part of vulnerability is saying, I don't have the answer. Part of vulnerability is also not needing to be right, and knowing
Mhm.
that coming sort of to the end of a negotiation, discussion, whatever it is, that being right may not be the point or the best point. Maybe the best point is sort of where you come out of it in terms of a relationship, a conversation, a partnership. And so integrating those sides of ourself, the sides that are darker with the sides that are brighter, that we're used to leading
Mhm.
with, I
Right.
think can feel a little intimidating. That said, once you start doing it and seeing and giving other people around you, and I'm talking about in a workplace, including, permission to do the same. And this is where the boundary thing comes in. I'm not talking about spilling your guts. I'm talking about acknowledging that we all have things that we don't know, that concern us, that perhaps we're afraid of. And by allowing for a little more of that to show up in service of being real, and to points that both of you made so beautifully earlier in the conversation, to having a solutions orientation, um, I think integration becomes a really helpful part of that process.